Hey folks, welcome back in. The University of Kentucky Extension, a research-based collective that engages with Kentuckians to connect them to resources, research, innovative solutions, and the topics by the thousands. So here to talk more about their mission, we have Dr. Courtney Luking and Anna Kaysen. Ladies, good to see you both. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
You guys always bring us great topics, and this one I can really dive into. We want to talk about the importance of the family dinner, actually sitting down and having a meal. Such a simple concept, right? But so many things in our way today. So my first question, you buy that 30-count chicken nugget and throw it back at the kids in the back seat. That doesn't count, does it? Maybe? Do I get a little credit for that? Okay, all right. Well, that's a good place to start.
We're going to talk about the flexibility with family meals also.
Because we got to have it in this day and age, don't we?
Yes, schedules, agendas, they are jam-packed. So,
for sure.
Got to be flexible with when they happen, where they happen, how they happen, and who they happen with. So the great news is family meals can be at a table, like you mentioned, sitting around the dining room table or kitchen table, but they can also happen on the go. Maybe
on the run,
a picnic, or maybe you're in the stands at a game or something like that. So that counts. Just think about having an adult and a child, or multiple adults and a children, or just a wide variety of options there.
I love that. So just being there is important.
Yeah.
What are the other things that need to be happening in this magic moment? Because few and far between, right?
Right. So a little fun, but we recognize not all meals will be fun, and conversation. So that's really where the magic happens in a family meal, and food. So food, fun, and conversation.
So it sounds to me like there's no room for smartphones in this mix.
That's correct. We want to put
we got to get
aside.
those things down and hung up.
Right, because some of the benefits really come from that social connection, language development for children. It's a real opportunity to strengthen relationships, which has numerous benefits.
I love that. So how do we make this a priority? I mean, every now and again we get it right, sure, and then other days not so much. So how do we put our eye on the prize and make sure we're working toward that?
Yeah, so it can be difficult, but one step is to plan ahead. So if you know what schedules are for the upcoming week, when people will be where, what events you have going on, and also what sort of food you need to get to prepare for that. So maybe it's a meal that you're having at home, or something that can easily be taken on the go. But just planning ahead is a good place to start.
I love that. And all these barriers that come flying at us, all these obstacles, how do we knock those down and keep fighting the good fight?
Part of that is being flexible, right? So the best laid plans can fall apart. I think we can all appreciate that. So going back to what Anna mentioned earlier, being flexible about where they happen, when they happen, and being a little prepared to spend. So maybe bringing stuff with you if you're on the go. That way you can complement things you purchase out with maybe some more nutritious options from home.
I love that. I love that. And we also want to get these kids involved too, because, well, one, we need a workforce. We've got too much on our plates for just one or two of the adults to do this. Plus, this is good for the kiddos, right?
Absolutely. So there's a lot of ways you can get children involved, depending on how old they are and where they are in their development. So part of that planning piece, I don't know, I'm the list maker of groceries in the house, and so I'm always asking for suggestions. Can you pin a night of responsibility on a kid, or can you get some input on what people want? Then there's the preparation piece. So what can they do to get involved with it? Do you have a garden in back that they can get involved with? Can they cut? Can they chop? Can they open? Can they wash? Can they do things on the stove? But then there's also maybe the meal itself. So conversation, who can be the conversation keeper or the fun maker?
Nice.
And then they can always help with cleanup too.
I call it a win just helping them carry the bags in from the grocery store. I mean, that's us as a victory. I love that. Well, once again, UK Extension Office, just a tremendous resource for people. Things that haven't even come to mind. You guys are standing by with a list of resources. So what are some good helpers along this journey? Where can you point people in the right direction to learn more about this? And I'll tell you, you've already given me great peace of mind too, with just knowing that we can be a little flexible. I think sometimes we think if we're not all seated at a table and there's not some awesome casserole in the middle here, it's a fail. Not true.
Not true.
Okay, so where can we send people to learn?
We're always going to encourage the Extension Office. So find your local Extension Office. They have resources and information on how to make it happen, and also the the what to have, the when, and where also. So
love that, love that. Guys, thanks again. Once again, you're there when you need us. You're there when we need you. But this is something we talk about in our home all the time. We know that's the same for a lot of our viewers out there. So really good topic. We appreciate you bringing it to us.
Thank you.
Good to see you both. We're going to take a break. Back with more for you after this. Stick around.